I feel dead on the inside. I'm kidding. Let's have a great Thursday. Thursdays, am I right? It's so great. Sup, beautiful bastards? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the YouTuber sexy Snapchat scandal. I mean, that just rolls off the tongue. How could I not talk about it? One of the biggest tubers in the world, Zoella, getting slammed by fans and media for this sexy Snapchat picture that looks like this. That's the picture? I might not even be able to use that for a clickbaity thumbnail. That's the picture? The description on this article is fantastic. A scantily clad sexy image showing off her black and white Calvin Klein pants. How dumb is this? Spoiler alert, so dumb. I don't know this girl, I've never met this girl, I've never talked to this girl, but people getting angry about that? Oh my God, she wears underwear. It's not even sexy underwear. It's like hang out in bed, Netflix and chill by myself underwear. People are freaking out about this. Wait till they find out a vagina's underneath that underwear. Fans and tubers alike have posted images showing their support with their recreation of the images. Jazza John's probably my favorite one. Zoella then tweeting, I hope one day we will live in a world where promoting self-love and body confidence won't be sexualized or shamed. And I'd add more points from here, but it's just a stupid story. This may in fact be the most clothes a woman on Snapchat has ever been wearing. From there, I want to share some stuff I love today, and today in Awesome, sponsored by Squarespace.com/Phil. Squarespace, of course, the fantastic, easy place to make a beautiful, professional-looking website. No coding required, although if you do like to tinker like myself, you can do that as well. It starts at just $8 a month. If you sign up for a year, you get a free domain, so go to Squarespace.com/Phil and use coupon code Phil for 10% off. And the first bit of awesome is a trailer for Batman, but not Batman v Superman, which is getting utterly destroyed in reviews right now. But the trailer that just dropped for the Lego Batman movie. That Batman, of course, voiced by Will Arnett, one of the best parts of the Lego movie. And one of the most fantastic things about the trailer is, in fact, how not epic it is. Literally 18 seconds of this trailer dedicated to Batman reheating something in the microwave. I'm down for this movie. Also, in related awesome, we got our first look at the Amazon warriors from the Wonder Woman movie, and they look like bamfs. Then we got our first official, not leaked look at Pokemon Go, and it looks good, and I'm hoping it doesn't suck. Even though I think there's a 91% chance it's gonna suck, I'm hoping it's awesome. I'm a little worried because there's really no mention of a real battle system. It seems like you just go around collecting them, you just throw Pokeball. Please don't suck, Pokemon Go. Then I highly recommend you check out what filmmaker Tyler Fairbank made, which is a 4K hyperlapse of his trip to Paris. And then we have a feature on our lovely lady of the day, as recommended by the beautiful people from the nation, Miss Sydney Mailer. And of course, if you'd like to see more of the lovely Sydney, the full versions of everything I shared, the secret link of the day, anything, links as always are in the description down below. And then let's just talk about some of the idiocy around Trump. It sucks being a moderate. I'd like to be one or the other and have a candidate and just defend that person. But I can't because idiocy is bipartisan and I'm anti-stupid. Example, I'm disgusted and embarrassed for our country when I see Ted Cruz and Donald Trump arguing on Twitter last night. Donald Trump doing a quote retweet of this post. A picture is worth 1,000 words. No need to spill the beans, the images are worth 1,000 words. Picture showing one of the worst pictures of Ted Cruz's wife while showing a great picture of Melania Trump. Ted Cruz firing back, Donald, real men don't attack women. Your wife is lovely and Heidi is the love of my life. There's a continuation of a fight that started because Donald Trump fired at Ted Cruz for something Ted Cruz didn't do. And I say this as someone that doesn't support Ted Cruz, but as someone that supports reality. Like, we get it, Melania Trump, very attractive woman. What does that have to do with Heidi Cruz? What does it have to do with you being rightly angry about an ad when you're firing off at the wrong people? It's a disgusting, pathetic act to see a presidential candidate dragging his opponent's wife through the mud based off of her looks. Like Donald Trump's policies or not, like his plans, if you can even call the bullet points that are his plans a plan, you can hardly deny that he's acting like an angry middle schooler with access to Facebook. Like, essentially what happened here is you and Ted Cruz was in a bar, some random guy walks in, is like, yo, Trump, your wife's a whore. And Donald Trump's response to this is to walk away from both these men, walk over to Heidi Cruz and call her an ugly cow. But then on the other end of things, I get angry at the people that hate Trump. Not all of them, but just like the other side, the most passionate and extreme supporters. There was a report from Emory University where 40 students protested because, oh my God, allegedly creating an unsafe environment by not actively denouncing support for Donald Trump on campus, and to put a stop to the pro-Trump chalk markings that have appeared on campus recently. That last part because the students said they actually felt physically threatened by the presence of those chalk markings. One student saying to their paper, I'm supposed to feel comfortable and safe here, but this man is being supported by students on our campus and our administration shows that they, by their silence, support it as well. I don't deserve to feel afraid at my school. You, sir and or ma'am, are a little bitch baby. You don't feel feel safe because people in close proximity to you have different opinions? What a joke. Every single day we live and this election continues and the world goes on, we see that whole rant in Team America World Police is accurate. You got pussies, assholes, and dicks. Now, in response to these complaints, the president of Emory University said they will not decry Donald Trump. A quote, "We must value and encourage the expression of ideas, vigorous debate, speech, dissent, and protest. I cannot dismiss their expression of feelings and concern as motivated only by political preference or oversensitivity. Our commitment to respect, civility, and inclusion calls for us to provide a safe environment that inspires and supports courageous inquiry." What are these people gonna do when they get to the real world? How are you gonna preach and rally against intolerance when you're intolerant of other people's opinions? Main point, the whole world's ridiculous. Then in your weird Florida story of the day, a Florida man was being interviewed by police over a sexual battery case. A 21-year-old woman by the name of Miranda Johns had accused him of this sexual battery, but the man essentially denied it to police and said, "This woman is crazy. She has literally sent me videos of her having sex with dogs," then proceeding to show the deputies the videos of her engaging in oral sex with 2 dogs and several other sexted images. They then left and then promptly arrested the woman. She has since been released on a $6,000 bond, but she has been charged with 3 counts of sexual conduct with an animal. Thanks, Florida. Then one of the most requested stories was the new law in North Carolina. After an 83-25 vote in the House, a 32-0 vote in the Senate after Democrats walked out, a bill was signed into law by the governor of North Carolina late last night that overrides local LGBT non-discrimination ordinances in the state and bans transgender people from certain restrooms, as well as preventing their cities from raising their minimum wage. But most of the outrage I've seen on Twitter is the bathroom part. Essentially what it means is that you have to go to the restroom that is on your birth certificate. Because my birth certificate says male, I have to go to the male restroom. If your birth certificate says female, you have to go to the female restroom. Governor Pat McCrory explaining why he signed the bill, saying, "I signed bipartisan legislation to stop the breach of basic privacy and etiquette, ensure privacy in bathrooms and locker rooms. Ordinance defied common sense, allowing men to use women's bathroom/locker room, for instance. That's why I signed bipartisan bill to stop it." And many people have asked what my opinion on this is, and for the most part, it had been kind of a non-issue to me. I just didn't care. A trans man is in the bathroom with me? Fine. A trans woman's in the female restroom? Fine. It's not like there's any factual data that shows that trans people are more likely to be creepy and perv on people. And one of the largest arguments for banning trans people from the bathroom that they now identify with is that if we don't ban this, men will be legally allowed to prey on women and young girls. However, with real data in the 17 states, the 225 cities banning LGBT discrimination, there have been no cases. 0 cases of this policy being used to defend predatory activity like that. And I gotta be honest, it was interesting for me to find that information out because when I first heard about this, I didn't know how I felt. Finding the data that there have been 0 cases, that was a bit surprising to me. It felt like there would be at least one or several assholes who would then exploit it as a way to try to make an example. And I gotta be honest, it's taken me a while to get to this point of view on this topic because it consists of a lot of stuff that doesn't pertain to my everyday life. I don't know what it is to be in the mind of a trans person, but seeing the response and actually the ramifications of this now new law, that's really been eye-opening. These 2 trans men on Twitter are now saying it is the law. This guy and this guy now have to share the restroom with your wife, your sister, your daughter. Listed as female on their birth certificates, it's not who they identify as now. So legally speaking, they now have to use female restrooms. A lot of people have said this is a non-issue because you look like men, which Michael C. responded, "Don't tell me it's a non-issue if they pass bathroom laws just because I probably won't get caught. I shouldn't be forced to break the law." But Nation, I pass that question on to you as our question of the day. What do you think about North Carolina's new law? Do you think those trans men should have to go to the female restroom? Do you feel like North Carolina passing this law will keep people safe? I'd love to know what you think and why. And that's actually where I'm going to end today's show. And of course, remember, if you liked this video, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Also, thanks again to the sponsor of today's show, squarespace.com/Phil. But of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time, which is actually going to be Sunday for an extra special bonus video. Whoa, that's my orgasm spot.
So, not scared at all of Haunted Mansion. Terrified of Winnie the Pooh.
Why does everyone want to kill me? With a fork?
Yes.
Okay.
At least it's creative.
Okay.